Yes, welcome to the premiere. We also have our super chat sessions hosted separately so that we can come back to the video and see all the updates. Now, without further ado, if you again want to follow us and come into the members, we have separate updates, and they are the pre-release Twin Flame collection, which is masculine, feminine, and karmic weekly. Now, let's have a look at the joint energy for the beginning of the month and what I see coming through energetically for the spiritual connection. Now, it's quite unique with the cards that did come through, especially knowing the astrology. I am, for those of you that don't know, a twin flame as well as psychic medium. And I have been guiding the collective now for over 7 years, especially in this path. What I am seeing coming through with our cards is a bit of a karmic close, especially with Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. We have the ancestor energy here. We also do have, as soon as I saw this card, I was like, oh God, here we go. But it's nothing we can't handle, and it's meant to happen. So try to trust the process and know that these things are divinely guided, but they're here to bring the energy of the reality to the forefront so we can get in and deal with it. So it's going to be positive in the long run. Our ancestors and guides are directly helping us. We also can find that we can be deeply psychic at this point in time. Very separately, know that, how would I put it? Our guides are helping us intuitively and in the 3D, but also we can have family related dynamics coming up, especially in the first 2 weeks. But this is a weekly energy check-in, but pre-warned, forearmed. Now, with the crowning energy as well for the connection, we do have my karmic card. Okay, this is the card that for me is significant of the karmic. I do feel really any karmic blockages, any of that old cycle. I do think both parties really in the mix are thinking about this, really moving into July. More so, there's going to be a confidence boost as we do move towards the nodes shifting, which is going to be very assertive, very masculine, very direct, and leaving situations that don't resonate with us. And synchronistically, the South Node will move into Libra, and we'll also be having the Venus retrograde. So, oh God, it can get messy. That's what I will say. But everything happens for a reason. We do need to directly believe that. Where we are looking to the connection within the twin flame path. Now, this could have already happened, and there might have been an avoidance to pull something down to keep everything exactly the way it was. And in the heart of it, we do have the moon. There could have been an emotional entanglement. There could have been circumstances on either side of the fence that was directly impacting the path. Sometimes when we are clearing these frequencies, especially because I do have twins in union that I've coached, I continue coaching them. What I am seeing is the moon energy quite frequently. Also, because of where our moon's going to be, a lot of subjects towards family, towards tribe, ancestry, conditioning, it's all coming back up again. And we're revisiting these circumstances. Could these be karmic situational shifts? Yes, they could be. Who I am, what I'm doing, trying to maintain the status quo. We had in previous months the eclipse in Aries, the eclipse in Scorpio, and we currently have Pluto retrograde. So what does all that hogwash mean? What it means is we are directly looking at previous situations that were and weren't working. We moved into our shadow and we reassess those things. We both have Neptune and Saturn retrograde, which is our psychology, and we can have some wariness. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to make a mistake. Am I pulling it's a little bit like Jenga, pulling the right kind of disc out so that we can have more success, hoping that the tower's not going to fall down. But sometimes, in fact, when we do have the power to pull a tower down, it means that we're accepting that something isn't working and we have to deal with it in a different way. For some, it can be, especially those that are in communication, both having your own circumstances going on and really wondering in the mix of it, with these karmic cycles, with these obligations, where do you stand? Not just the direct connection, but where do you stand away from all individuals? And can it be deemed and looked upon as selfish? At times it can be, but it's going to be a new way to relating where it is conducive with groups, where it is conducive with work. And but we can be second guessing ourselves. And I do feel the image and the picture of your future moving forward is your connection. It also is, how will this be if I directly am dealing with family-related dynamic? Maybe I have children, maybe they have a karmic they're currently dealing with. How is this in the mix going to work in both ways? I am seeing this coming to a head, okay? It's coming up to the surface. There is something we're going to have to let go of. There's something also in the mix where there is innocence involved. Maybe there's ignorance. It could be ignorance. It could be something we're, really unaware of. But it is a cycle that directly is wrapping up. And we can be feeling, oh my gosh, we're going backwards. We're not going forwards. But I directly do feel in the twin flame path, 3D circumstances may be here to rattle your cages. But, how would I put it? There could be for some a change in this dynamic, and we're needing more clarity and more information is coming, but it can come in quite suddenly. There is an old chapter that's being revisited. Yes, you also could bump into your twin, but there is something that's going to feel like an acceleration here, and you're really going to be questioning at a foundation level. Number one, what are the things worth fighting for? Are we both on the same page? How do we go about dealing with this? There is going to be a judgment here. There is going to need to be rationale where it does come to this fresh beginning. There could be for some this brand new beginning. But it's also, how do I go about this without being ignorant? And I feel some of you could need to wait a little bit longer for more information as the month proceeds. Masculine. I do think their goals are, it could be running in with angels, fair to tread again. They do have an ambition. They do have goals. They do have hopes and dreams. They are showing up as the King of Wands. Probably better than a page. So, we're on an even keel here. The way they do look to victory and success and fame is changing, is evolving. Some of them are re-questioning maybe their employment status, what they're doing currently, if it's taking them to their goals, how they're dealing with the karmic cycle. And if they had been on the eat, pray, repeat, and they thought they had reached their goal and they were going to be exiting stage, this is coming back to the table here and they're saying, okay, pardon me. Do I have the strength to continue doing this? What have I learnt? I do feel there can be some communication coming in. They can be reassessing conversations they had with Divine Feminine, but the map is being reassessed. They do want this to be strong. They do want this. They do want to have the determination, but there is a blockage that they're viewing, and it's something that's, especially for those that are already in separation, these dramas can come up because of Pluto retrograde in Capricorn and Venus going up ready to go retrograde. So don't be surprised either side in your twin flame path if there are some old circumstances that are coming back to be revisited. It does not mean it's not going to work out. There's something that needs looking at here, and it's being reassessed. And I think that they're going to take it that way. I do feel, especially if this has been quite conflicting and they haven't really had clarity, it's almost like, okay, 2 steps forward, 20 steps back. This has also been frustrating to them. This maybe has affected their aura, affected the way they handle things. And I just feel in the mix of it at this point in time, it's run them down and they feel they need to meditate. They're kind of like, okay, I'm stuck in between a rock and a hard place. My full intent is to get out of Dodge. But am I going to get the same circumstance, and is something going to come back to bite me later? I do feel they've learned something very valuable. It's quite a tactical approach, and I think sometimes Divine Feminine should actually take some of this, which I have over the years. I've learned that a lot of the ways that my twin related to circumstances was something that I really needed to embody, which was to do with keeping your cards close to your chest at times, really, if you're putting hard work in, it could be a business, for instance, and you've got all these beautiful plans, and you go and release it, and then it's a bit like patenting your ideas. If you give the world the idea prior to actually taking the steps, you're not protecting yourself, and then after that, you're looked upon as an innovator, but somebody pinches your design. So they're using a tactical approach here in order to handle this, and they could be being very secretive. And definitely, I feel this is not in a negative way. I feel this is in a positive way. They can be using a friend to send messages. They also can be coming through more friendly, but they're coming through more wise. Yeah. Okay, once they have this clear conscience, I do feel there could be an emergency situation that pops up around maybe a karmic or this could be divine feminine and rushing in towards divine feminine. For some, it can be surrounding tribe and family. This could call them away from work. They also feel that some of the tactics that these individuals have used in the past, they don't work with them. They also want you to know that they do feel very strongly about you. That in protecting you, it has taken a toll on them as well. Some of them are making major steps to try and include you in their life, and this can be maybe changing their location of home, changing the way they're viewing things, how they're communicating with you, accepting the fact that with the circumstance, it can't be repaired. And I feel this is more towards a karmic path that they once led. There's mess potentially that is still being cleaned up. For some, there could have been accusations of children. Yeah, they're knowing that this is a karmic cycle. They completely know that this is a karmic cycle. They're very goal orientated. They're very cautious about how they deal with these individuals. They're holding their cards close to their chest. They're not sharing everything. They could be, for some, in hiding. There are individuals that they feel that will just automatically come back, but they have no intention. They're showing me 3 individuals. These don't have to be romantic. These could be cycles they went through, times with the same individual. It's coming to a close. But this person does not want that, and they're very wary of them. Okay, how are they feeling towards divine feminine, please? They're ready for the transformation. They directly had been, it's almost like they want to tell you what's been going down. They want to tell you about this circumstance so that you directly are not taking it personal. It is something to do with the karmic cycle. It has been impacting them emotionally and physically. You, on the other hand, divine feminine, I feel you're going to need a minute to digest. I feel you could be very protective. You could be very apprehensive towards the cycle this month. I feel that you're feeling this pressure that you need to make major decisions, but I feel the card is really saying it's a time to meditate. It's a time to protect yourself, and it's a time to know when to step forward, when to communicate, and when to retreat. And I feel, to a degree, you're taking on the notion of, I need to know more information. I'm trying to gain the clarity. If something has been told to you, I think you're still going to meditate upon it. You're not going to make any rash decisions. I feel you're understanding energy better now. Again, I do see the family here. I do see, look, there were lots of abilities. Both you and Divine Masculine in the past were feeling that some things were going to be sure deals. I also feel, you're really wanting to, as you do progress through your life, could I say you're wanting something traditional? Yes, but no. It's just something more sustainable, something more conducive with who you are as a person in the here and now. And I also feel that masculine is actually painting these pictures as well. But the big conundrum has been this karmic cycle, and is there mess involved in this circumstance? How much is this past situation going to directly impact both parties in the mix? You're open to accepting whatever that is, but you still want to have your own future with this individual and move forward without it directly impacting you. Some of you are hearing gossip through the grapevine. But I feel in your heart, you are really looking at, okay, where am I going in my future? And trying to have the courage to know that whatever this is, it can be dealt with, but only with divine masculine here. We do have the emperor here. And for some of you, there could be people offering you their cup of love. This could be also divine masculine. You're also wondering what the likelihood is of this person ascending to this level. The cards on their side have already showed they are. Some of you are like, where is divine masculine? What is going on with this? I do feel they're making reference to a previous conversation for those of you in communication. This could have been an older conversation. It doesn't have to be most recently. Yeah, older conversation. They just showed me the death card. Older conversation or something most recently. And it's kind of concerning you, but I do feel divine masculine has been really meditating upon it. Could have been a statement piece. Might have been how you saw life, what your hopes and dreams were with this person. I'm hearing the term two's company, three's a crowd. There could have been three interferences, three circumstances. You're open and supportive to this person. Some can be working incredibly hard after a karmic cycle, especially if they are currently separate. There has been an offer here, and there is about to be an offer. An offer is coming back on the table for divine feminine. I would definitely wear a protective emblem. Many of you are feeling almost, it's what they say in the European terms. It's like Gersdutmassen, the evil eye, may nothing ever touch us. I do feel to a degree, it's almost like somebody always wants something that they can't have. I don't feel this is divine feminine. I feel divine feminine's very apprehensive. She's almost like, okay, if this offer comes in, is it going to be safe? Am I going to be protected? Is this person going to nurture me? How do I actually see this? Is this a connection that hasn't matured? Is it ready to give me the things that I deserve as a divine feminine? It's causing a lot of stress. I feel that there could be a change in the way you're going to approach this. And I feel that's what you're really spiritually looking for. Okay, is there power on my side? How do I directly deal with this circumstance? Is there something I can do? What are the circumstances that are causing the blockages? Is this person really happy what they're doing? Some of you are wanting a holiday. This can be just to get away from the vibration. There also could be an event that occurs collectively that shocks. Yeah. Something, they're showing me a sudden event that happens on divine masculine side and they think automatically of you. Let's pull a chakra card. I just get this feeling of a phone call. Yeah, somebody could be bringing information to you through the grapevine. Okay, what is Divine Feminine's advice, please? Okay, this is a cycle I feel that Divine Masculine is wrapping up. Don't enable. They're saying this is going to be out of your control on their side. Also, don't feel guilty if a cycle in the karmic path comes to an end, because they're showing me it's coming to an end, but for some of you, you could feel guilt for some reason. They're also saying that what you need, it's okay to express it. It's okay to have your own personal feelings. Some of you definitely are wanting the person to take responsibility for how they are treating you. I definitely see an ending here. Okay. There also could be a circumstance towards a deceitful karmic and statements they made of the past. I'm hearing the Michael Jackson song. I don't know, man. The baby isn't mine. Yeah. Okay, this could be information coming to Divine Masculine to free them. What does Divine Feminine need to know, please? Don't have that just keeps saying you're going to hear some shocking news. Don't flinch. Do the hermit. Don't take everything as gospel. More information is coming through. They're really making a very firm statement. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Wait. There's more information coming. This is for Divine Masculine to see. This could be a circumstance in your own life also, Divine Feminine, of something where you need to physically put your foot down, let people show their true colors, decipher between what is going to be correct for you. Your guides are guiding you. Your ancestors are here. Don't allow manipulation to come into your life in any shape or form. Know the direction you're going and what resonates with you. I do feel information is going to come. You are going to get your union. This is going to be a radical, sudden change. If this person has really been dealing with a very toxic karmic, we do have the karmic as the crowning energy. It is coming down to a tower. Okay, something is coming to a head. They can come out of the woodworks. You are assured of a destiny. You are assured, if you're brave, if you have the courage to know what you want and to go for it, you will get it. There can be some challenges, okay? Be aware, these individuals can come back for spiritual tests. If you do want personal guidance, you can come through. We do have super chats later to see our schedule. They're always hosted on the weekend. Sometimes things change. Come through and click on the super chat live, and you will be notified of when I am going live. All the information is directly below in the box or on the super chat premiere. If you click on the chat box, it gives you all the links for the super chats. Love and light. I will see you next week for the update and for the weekly twin flame updates.